how I came to do the book and a little bit conversationally about what urban farming is. But the very kind of summary of it is that I spent my life in the music business, and I'm still in the music business, kind of one foot. I have a day job. But in 2005, Joyce and I had lunch, and she said, I am leaving the music business and I am working with this organization called Urban Farming. And she proceeded to tell me what it was all about, and I'm going to let her give you that description, because she does it better than I do, actually. And the things that she laid out in that lunch connected with me more than any other thing that I've been looking to get involved in for the last several years. I knew that I wanted to involve myself in something wonderful to give back, and for all my good fortune. But nothing was really connecting. I was trying on things, and I kept returning them. And then when she told me what this was about, I didn't even have to blink. I knew that this was what it was going to be without looking back. And it has been. So I proceeded to help her in any way that I could. I introduced her to Kristen. I introduced her to anybody I could think of that might be able to connect urban farming to resources for their goals. And in 2010, in August, Joyce called and said, all right, why don't you just take a seat on the board? And then you can be in an official capacity, you can be more active than you are now, and so forth and so on. Great. So with all the zeal and zest you can imagine, I set out to change the world. And then I saw how hard everything is to do. And so, honestly, truth be told, this cookbook became an idea that I had to satisfy a certain frustration at how hard it was to make the giant things that we all want to do happen. They take longer, they cost more, you reach stumbling blocks. And not that I'm giving up on any of that, but I needed something to satisfy me. And I like results, and I'm a maniac. And if I can't get results, I have to figure out how to make something happen. So, at the beginning of 2011, I said, I'm going to do this cookbook, because I was fooling around with the idea anyway. And I had a plan for the book, which was, I'm going to put these recipes in it. It's going to be, fabulous food for the year of 2011. And then I went to the doctor and got my physical done. And he started the follow-up visit with, is anyone in your family diabetic? And I was like, well, yes, my dad is diabetic. And he said, because you're insulin resistant now. And I just about jumped out the window. And how could that be? I'm fit, I'm this, I'm that, impossible. Truth is in the blood. Tested it 4 or 5 times. Yes, okay, what do I do? So I had to recalibrate not only my whole personal life, because I'm not going to be diabetic, I decided, as if I could control that, but, and so I had to recalibrate not only what I was eating every day, but what the plan was going to be for the journey of 2011. So these recipes are essentially mostly low carb, because I had to take almost all of the carbs out for several months. And I went from a size 10 to a size 4 in the year that I worked on this book. And I was able to bring that number down to a safer blood level. And I'm still at the way top of the normal, so it's not over, and it probably will never be over. But you know what? More energy, better everything, fabulous food, recalibration of perception of what tastes good and what's a feast. So this is my journey for 2011.